So yeah, I'm just gonna pull over and stop and ask them a few questions. And a lot of times, most of the photography you see on my website, it's just me walking, biking through the city. And I stop and talk to people, strike up a conversation, and then I photograph them. Or I photograph them while I'm talking to them. And I'm also, one day I'll show y'all how I do street photography. So I used to hang out in the quarter, and I started this project of photographing the different people that live on the streets and different people that some people consider homeless. And I discovered you guys are not homeless. Actually, y'all are very organized and intelligent. You like jump on trains, travel all around the city.
Yeah, I'm in a couple coffee table books out in the quarter actually.
Yeah.
I keep coming back down here. This is pretty much home for me.
Yeah. So you travel around from.
Yeah, it's just the heat's come on, tourists are gone, and everything. So we're heading north for the winter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. So there's also the misconception, like a lot of people give you guys all kind of names, the grunge kids, the street kids. What would you call yourself? Just the kid, freedom?
Travelers.
Yeah,
Travelers.
traveling kids.
Yeah.
And I guess I fall into like the crust punk category or whatever, but that's more like scene kid stuff.
Yeah. Y'all just do your thing. I mean,
Yeah.
why'd y'all choose your lifestyle?
Got bored.
Yeah, pretty much. I was
Tired of going to work every day, just living to pay bills.
Yeah.
Never experiencing anything or getting to do anything.
Right? So you just decided to do your own thing.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know, man. I was in the Army for 8 years, and you know it was a good time and all that. And I got home and just everything was just so different. I didn't really fit in or anything like that anymore. I tried holding down jobs and stuff, like the regular 9-to-5 thing, and just stress of it all and everything. It just didn't work out for me, and I started doing stagehand work with a friend of mine, and it was a lot of traveling. And so now I just kind of go where the work's at.
Right.
And that way, I'm not in one place for so long that I start to get manic or anything. And,
Oh, okay. So you actually have a 9-to-5.
yeah, I just like to stay moving. It's my only thing. The trains, they give you a lot of time to yourself. It's a lot of sitting around and waiting.
Yeah. Oh, so you do have the trains to get around, even though you got a 9-to-5?
We're waiting on that one right there.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
I'm not going to show the train, but.
We're trying to get up to North Carolina. Hopefully we'll be leaving out by sundown or something. It'd be good if we could get out sooner, but
Got sundown.
probably around sundown it'll be rolling out.
Is it true that there's like a sort of like a pamphlet or something, or how you guys know what trains to get on?
Well, you can download a crew change.
Don't give them too much information.
Yeah.
But there is something that's.
There's kids out there that have. It's not a schedule
Yeah.
per se. It's just what yards ship what to where.
Yeah.
They don't give you any times. You kind of just have to figure it out for yourself. But there's ways of telling when the trains are getting ready to leave. Like the workers will be doing certain stuff and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
pretty much as far as your direction, usually when you're at yard, that's south, that's north. It's only going one or two ways.
Yeah. Right. So you just kind of jump on.
Kind of figure it out as you go. I didn't have anybody helping me out really when I started. I kind of just had to end up in a bunch of random spots.
Oh really? Have you ever done the convention, the Hobo Convention in where is it? Ohio?
Oh, that's it's not Ohio. Where is that? I know of it. It's further west than Ohio. I want to say it's South Dakota or Oklahoma. Maybe.
Really? But it's once a year, right? And everybody jumps on trains and.
You won't see too many kids like myself or her there. It's a lot of the older generation of guys go and do that stuff.
Ah, okay.
There's a big get together every year out in Arizona at Slab City.
Okay.
FTRA
Yeah, there's a lot of FTRA goes to that.
thing. Freight Train Riders of America.
Yeah.
So you're new to this whole thing.
Yeah, he took me on my first train.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've been traveling for about a year, but I've only been on like 5 or 6 trains.
Yeah.
I usually just did the hitchhiking or just walking with your thumb out.
You were hitchhiking without him by yourself?
Well, I was with somebody else
Okay.
at the time.
Because I feel like I feel like it's dangerous for girls
It is.
It could be better.
It is.
I mean, I picked up girls and given them rides, but I'm an artist, so I think we kind of get
There's
kind
a
of tips
lot
for being cool and not being the
creepers and
creepy
weirdos.
old guy that's gonna try to do something sick. Have you ever done the place down in, I heard there was a place in Florida where you go learn how to build thatch huts and
I haven't been to Florida yet. I've been over the West Coast and like the northern states.
yeah.
But like this is my first time in the South.
Yeah. Have you heard about that? The place where y'all go? Do you follow the crew around and like go learn how to do different skills, or you already kind of, since you were in the army, you already know how to do a lot of?
Yeah, I'll group up with kids sometimes, but that's usually like heading out to certain areas to go and make money.
Yeah.
We're actually, what we're doing right now is we're going up north. I'm going to do timber work up there in upstate New York, and there's some rainbow gathering going on in Vermont right now.
Yeah.
We might go check out.
So so you defy all the stereotypes. The only reason you look like what they call a grunge kid, but you work a 9 to 5.
Well, there's a lot of us, man. We're not scared of jobs or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just we don't want to have to stay in one place long enough to get a paycheck is a lot of our problems. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not, I'll be out, you'll see me when I'm traveling, I'll be flying a sign and panhandling and, stuff like that. But
besides that, you go.
yeah, but if I'm going to be somewhere for a month or so, I'll at least go to like Labor Ready or something. I'll get day work.
Yeah.
I've got my CNA and I usually wait tables and stuff. I just don't like staying in one spot.
For too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of those people. I give money, especially people with the creative signs. And is it true everybody keeps a dog? What are the dogs for?
A lot of
It
people
just kind of
keep dogs.
from the companion.
Company.
Yeah, company. Panhandlers like them because they get more money.
Oh yeah.
I've got him just for protection
Yeah,
and company.
protection's a big
Yeah.
thing.
That's what I have. I've
Where'd you
only
find
had
this
him
guy?
a month. A friend that he knows down here had him, and he couldn't take care of him, so he let me take him.
Okay. Y'all pick him up off the street sometimes?
No, he's actually, this guy here's out of a litter, a long line of trained dogs.
Here in town.
His mom, dad, and both grandparents are trained dogs.
Oh, okay. Wow. And what about that big guy back there?
He's been riding trains with me. I found him when he was about this guy's size, maybe a little bit smaller. There was a big flood on the Kentucky River,
Okay.
and I was out there, and he was just kind of roaming around aimlessly. So I took him on. I've had him for probably 6-7 years now.
Hung out with a lot of different people, and people always wondering, what do these kids do? And a lot of people get all mad at them, especially the tourists, and they're like, what do these kids, go get a job?
New Orleans, like, even ones, because I come down here to Panhandle, man. I've been coming down here so many years that I know a lot of the locals, and I've got houses to stay in, all of that. I don't do the squat house thing out here anymore, but I'll still come down here to Panhandle during the tourist season just because the money's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, why not do it?
Yeah.
I'll go, find me a little bartending job or something in the app at the quarter up there.
Yeah.
When I'm not working Panhandling.
Yeah.
But wintertime down here is a huge port for traveling kids just because of the money.
Yeah, and the weather's only 50.
But no, the summertime it gets too hot, and all the people that are the tourists down here that are kicking down in the wintertime, they go home. They all live up north.
Yeah, so they go.
So you go to pretty much the smart kids. They go south for the winter and north for the summer.
Yeah, and keep traveling. So
My first time traveling, I was the dummy and went north for the winter and decided to come south for the summer. Bass backwards.
Lucky you found this man. So cool, man. Appreciate it. And that was a great conversation with some kids that some people call them grunge kids. Other people call them dirty kids. First question I asked them was, what do you call yourselves? Because I can empathize with those kids for a variety of reasons. I remember in the 80s, we've come a long way racially in this country, because I remember in the 80s one time being a teenager walking around the lakes, Baton Rouge, around LSU, and white guys were it was like 3 white guys in a red Corvette car rolled up beside me and threw water bottles at me and was calling me niggas and nigga this and nigga that. And then I can remember another incident on Bourbon Street, walking into one of those, and not onto those gift shops. Me, my buddy Marseilles and James walking in the gift shop right around Essence time, like right now. And the guy ran us out of the store. He told us to get out. You know, he didn't want no niggas in the store. Get out, get the fuck out. And we were looking at each other like, what is wrong with this guy? So I could definitely empathize with kids that get looked down upon and people call them this name and that name, and you know, they want to abuse them. And at the same time, you know, we got the reverse of what I went through going on in New Orleans, because I also have white friends that have been, you know, hit with bottles riding through the city by young black kids. And just yesterday, my buddy Eric got hit with a bottle while he was biking in on a lake, because some black thug came up and threw a water bottle, hit him in the back of the head, calling him white boy this and white boy that. So we've all been picked on and abused and for no reason other than the way we look. And I used to hang around these kids, not to hang around them, but I was doing a photo documentary in the early 90s and I found them really interesting. So I decided to pull over and interview these kids so you can hear their story, because I doubt if anybody actually stops and talks to them. You just either pass them up, tell them to get a job, or throw something at them, or you might hand them a beer if you're nice. But here's a chance to get to know two of them.